Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Miss Crochet and Coffee here, and today we're doing a color and chat, so please get out whatever whip you're working on. Work along with me. Today I will be working in my Steampunk Darlings coloring book. This one is by Hannah Lynn. I was requested by someone, I believe in my live stream Friday, to do a Hannah Lynn piece, so I will be working in Hannah Lynn today. So please feel free to get out whatever it is you're working on, coloring, crochet, cross stitch, beaded cross stitch, all that fun jazz, and work along with me. Now, we will be working on this image here. Let's see if we can find her name in the front here, because if you haven't ordered a Hannah Lynn before, all her characters have names, so we're going to find out which character this is. This one is, let's see. Oh, this is Stella. Stella! So there's Stella right there. So we're going to be working on Stella, and we're going to chit-chat a little bit. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend. I had an awesome weekend. I got to play with the kids, and Mr. Coffee went to... You guys, Mr. Coffee left the house to go play with friends. Yeah, my husband went on a play date, and I'm excited about it. Don't judge me. No, Mr. Coffee doesn't... He's not a very social person. He might not seem like it, but Mr. Coffee is not a social person. He's really shy and backwards, and it's really cute, actually, if you think about it. And so when one of his coworkers asked him to, and this is the color Cinnamon. I'm using my Arteza 100 blend markers on this image. So if you're wondering what markers I'm using, it's the Arteza Everblend, because I have more of those, and they're my favorite. And I know they work well in these books. Not all markers are created equal, because some of them they don't like the pages of certain books. So I can't use all my markers in all my books. So my Artezas so far I can use in just about any book I have. But yeah, so Mr. Coffee was invited to go play Dungeons and Dragons with one of his friends. And I'm not talking about like on a console. No. These people are playing Dungeons and Dragons with book and paper. And I'm like, yeah, you go have fun with that. He's like, are you going to come with me? No, I'm just going to stay here. So I was able to catch some of the DP-a-thon. Were you able to catch some of the DP-a-thon? I was able to catch a couple of creators, so I was happy to do that. Love showing my support to my fellow creators. I couldn't obviously make all of them, but I was able to pop into a couple of them in between, Maggie, doing the most. And Saturday mornings, I'm usually unavailable anyways, because that's the time I take out for me. Like I talk to friends, and I just sit and craft, and I don't do anything. Like I'm just a lazy bum, because I just spent all week doing things. So Saturday mornings is my lazy time. So like I get the kids to play nicely so that I can have that little bit of time. And Maggie was doing the most, because she was upset, because all Maggie ever wants to do is play Minecraft with Orion. The problem is, the moment she plays, she starts fussing about everything, which annoys Orion, and then he doesn't want to play with her. And he's just like, Mom, do I have to? And I'm like, please, for the love of all that is holy, could you just play with her for a little bit? He'll end up playing with her, and every once in a while, she won't throw a fit. She'll just be happy and play, and they'll play nice. And then there's that every once in a while where she's just like, I'm going to fuss and cry about all the things. And this was that weekend. And I was just like, you would have to be like this when your dad's not here. But she settled down for the most part. She was all right. And Orion's usually a pretty good trooper when it comes to his sister. So, like, he's used to her, trying to get her way all the time and all that. And he knows it doesn't fly. So he just kind of rode it out. Plus, Maggie changes interests like I change underwear, so, like, often. And she essentially was, like, bouncing back and forth. So she would come out to see who I was talking to, and then she'd go back and play with her brother, and she did that most of the morning. And I'm now going to use this beige... I'm going to use the pale peach on her skin. But she did pretty good this weekend without her dad being here. Usually she's all like, if he's not here, she's like, where's daddy? Like, they got off school Wednesday. So they get out of school Wednesday for fall break. Fall break literally was Friday or Thursday and Friday. And I was just like, that's not really a break, but okay. whatever y'all say. That just means I don't have to put on pants for those 2 days, so I'm cool. I get to the school Wednesday and I see cops pull up. And I'm talking about they're wide open. They are pulling up in front of this school. 2 cops get out, run into the school. Now, did you have the same thought that I did? What did Maggie do? You know you had that thought. I was waiting for them to bring my daughter out like a Tasmanian devil and she's kicking and flailing or something, or a teacher being brought out or something. I still never figured out what happened because nobody was brought out that I saw. But then again, I also wasn't paying that much attention because as long as I didn't get a phone call that Maggie was acting out, I didn't really care. Because whatever happens, that's not my business. That's their business. I tried to mind my own business. So I'm sitting there and I get the kids out of school and I did ask them because, I'm a little nosy. So I was like, hey, what's up with the cops at your school? And they're like, oh, we don't know. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, as long as you 2 are not the reason why they're there. And Maggie goes, they were going to come arrest me because I wasn't sharing my toys. And I'm like, why aren't you sharing your toys? And she goes, because they're my toys. She had show and tell, and I guess a little girl had asked to play with one of her toys, and she told the little girl no. Welcome to Maggie, folks. So they got off Wednesday and Thursday. Again, never found out why that cop was there, and I'm using an olive green for her eye. I don't want it to be too bright. And then we're going to outline, do some shadowing with this beige. But yeah, so they had off Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday came they had off Thursday and Friday. And I was just so happy because I didn't have to put on pants. And we had plans this weekend of going and getting me a shelf for my coloring books and my coloring stuff, which we did. And it's awesome. And I love it. I posted a picture of it up in the group and on my Instagram account. I love my little bookshelf, you guys. It doesn't take much to get me excited about things. And I was so excited about this bookshelf because that just meant that my coloring supplies weren't going to be here, there, and everywhere. You don't even understand. I literally, how many of you, and don't lie, okay, don't lie, don't make me feel like I'm a weirdo, like I'm the only person. How many of you have craft supplies all over your house, just everywhere? It's just disrespectfully all over your house. I literally had a chair. There's a love seat that sits next to me over here. I literally had that chair full of my coloring supplies, coloring books, markers, color pencils, gel pens, all kinds of stuff, just sitting over here chilling in the chair. So I'm sitting there, and Mr. Coffee said about getting me a bookshelf, and I was like, oh, are we really going to get me a bookshelf? And he's like, yeah, you could probably use a bookshelf to put all this stuff on. And I could because, there's a lot of stuff, folks. We're going to go for an earth red for her corset. But before we put earth red on there, let's see what it looks like. Because, of course, this is why you swatch your markers. So we're looking for an earth red. So he wanted to build me a shelf. Now, I know that if my husband tells me he wants to build me something, he's not going to build it. Love him to death, but no. And have you ever seen Tim the Toolman Taylor? That is Mr. Coffee. He's actually pretty handy. I can't lie. He is pretty handy when it comes to certain things, but I don't see him building me an entire shelf. So, I was like, well, why don't we just go to Walmart and I don't know exactly what kind of weird concoction that he was going to kind of conjure up. This is the same man that plays a didgeridoo on Friday nights. Okay. So yeah, don't judge me. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, why don't we just go to Walmart and find a shelf? And I went online because, I don't have to put on pants if I shop online. And don't judge me because it's true. You don't have to put on pants to shop at Walmart online. But if you go to the actual store, you have to put on pants. even though some people seem to go in there and think that they don't have to put on pants. It's just kind of respectful to put on pants when you go out in public, folks. Just remember that tidbit from Miss Coffee, okay? So I decide, I want a shelf from Walmart. I don't want to go and have him build me something that is going to, essentially, you blow on it hard and it's going to fall over. So he said, fine, he'll get me a shelf. So I was all kinds of excited about this shelf. You have no clue. Like, sorry, I'm bouncing you around. I had a message pop up. Coffee break. French vanilla coffee is life. So yeah, so I does anybody else have a spouse or even a kid? Because a lot of y'all have older kids that, they always want to build something, but if they build it, it is not going to be what you want. I love Mr. Coffee to death. Do not get me wrong. I love him to death, but I know if I would have let him build something, it would have had like fangs and tentacles, and it would not have been good for anyone. I'm pretty sure it probably would have fallen over on one of the kids. And I don't have time to go to the hospital. I'm a busy person. So I was like, yeah, I'll just find something online. Found a shelf. And I was like, okay, so you're going out to play Dungeons and Dragons. Why don't you, on your way home, stop by the store, grab the shelf? And I couldn't have it, set up for him to deliver because they don't do that for like the same day here. You have to pick it up the next day. And I'm very impatient. So I was like, yeah, no, just go to the store and find it. Now, if you know anything about guys, when they go to the store, they never ask for help. So, of course, he's wandering around the store aimlessly trying to find this shelf. He's back there looking at vacuums. He's over there looking at toys. He somehow, no matter what you send Mr. Coffee to the store for, he always ends up in the Nerf gun aisle. And he's like, oh, we should get these Nerf guns. And I always tell him no, because the last time I actually said yes, he came home with these high-powered rifle Nerf guns. And when I mean high-powered, they had those hard foam balls. And one of them almost put a hole in the wall. Like, it cracked the wall. And I'm like, you're trying to shoot those at our children. No, thank you. Put that away. When they get older, you can play with those. But for now, you're not going to kill our children with these ginormously huge, hard Nerf balls. You're not doing it. So he always ends up in the Nerf gun aisle, and I was like, no. He called me back like every 3 minutes. Hey, I can't find the shelves. He's in the books. He's looking at books. He's looking at craft supplies. He shows me that they were having a sale on like a particular yarn. And I'm like, I need more yarn. I'm like, I just need a shelf. I sent you for one thing. And he even mentioned, and I think it was live this past weekend, that I don't go to the store because I spend too much money. And I'm not going to disagree with him. But I'm going to disagree with him because, I don't want to buy Nerf guns. I buy craft supplies. And I do use the craft supplies, so at least I use them. So I was just like, go to this aisle. And luckily, the Walmart app has it where it'll tell you exactly where the item's located in the store. So I was able to tell him where to go. Getting him there was the other problem, because then I was like, while you're there, would you mind looking for the costume for Orion? Because Orion decided that he wants to be a creeper for Halloween. And it's a Minecraft character. So if you know Minecraft, it's the little green guy with all the like pixelation of different types of greens. Orion decided he wants to be a creeper for Halloween. The one costume was $65, okay? And it was the foam costume that he could get in, and he looked like a box. And I'm like, $65? No, thank you. I'm like, at least if I get him I need Spanish red. Do I have Spanish red around here? At least if I get him the onesie that I wanted to get him, he can wear it after Halloween, and even though he's wearing it after Halloween, he can still use it. It's still functional. I went for functionality this year. Last year, Maggie chased everyone with her glitter-infested craft herpes Elsa dress. And where it was a cute dress, no ma'am. one, her father hates glitter, so he has not let her put it back on since Halloween, because it does literally shed glitter. It sheds glitter like the dog, like Killian sheds fur right now. Like, it's bad. And I'm like, how is there even glitter still on here? So because it sheds so badly, it's still sitting folded in her closet. He won't let her touch it. So I was like, well, this year I want to go for functionality. If I get him the onesies, one, they have more onesies because they both have like a ton of those freaking things. And two, that's more pajamas. They can wear them out, you know, for school for pajama day. They can wear them to bed as pajamas. We're going this route because paying $65 for something he's going to wear for one night, and then he's going to try to wear it all the time. At least this way he can wear it all the time, and I won't be sitting there going, why are you wearing that? He can wear it all the time now, and I won't, it won't be, you know, whatever. It's like, so I had him go look for this creeper costume, which he found it. He found that almost immediately because he was right over there by the little boy section, because that's where the toys are. Because I don't know if all Walmarts are set up the same, but our little boy toy section, or our little kid toy section, is right next to the little boys department. So he was able to find the Minecraft creeper outfit. So Ryan's got his creeper. Maggie wants to go as a unicorn, which of course they have a ton of those. So I actually have to leave early today to go pick up her costume, because I also have to get toothpaste and stuff for dinner, and yeah, you know, that mommy duty thing. So yeah, so it was an interesting time trying to get him out of the store and away from the Nerf guns, and he finally did find what he went in there looking for, which was my shelf. He came home. I walked the dogs because I figured, you know, he said he was going to be home in time. I knew he wasn't, so I just went ahead and walked the dogs. And when he came back, that way too, when he came back, he didn't have an excuse of being tired. He could just go and put the shelf together, because I wanted the shelf put together so bad, because all my stuff is literally just sitting around like waiting to be put away, and I'm just like, I really like to put it away. I don't like having all that stuff hanging out. Could we please do something to put this away? Because I hate being disorganized. I hate having all my stuff just kind of all over the place. And I know you're like me. Your craft supplies are everywhere. They're not just located in one nice place. Some of y'all are actually like fancy. Some of y'all have like craft rooms. Look, I live in an apartment, okay? I got to use my room the best way I can. It's like crafting Tetris in here. Like, at this point, I have so many canvases. I have so much coloring stuff. I have so much crochet stuff. I was just like, look, I just need a place to put all the crafty things. Can we find a place for all the crafty things? And I also realized that I need to contact Creativity by Gidge here on YouTube, because if you missed her Friday live, it was so fun. She goes live Friday afternoons, and she makes key fobs, which are little, they're like, it's like jewelry for your not key fobs. I keep saying key fobs. It's like jewelry for your scissors. So like if you're a crafter and you have crafty scissors and they're sharp and you're always losing them and stabbing yourself to death when you're trying to find them, this scissor fob is just some hanging jewelry, and you can have her make it in a theme. Like right now she's doing a Halloween one, and one had spider and one had, you know, all this cool stuff on it. And I asked her, could she make me one? I wanted a mermaid one because I have a pair of mermaid scissors that I would love a key fob for, because Maggie is always trying to steal those, and she never gets a hold of them. But I'm always worried that she will one day, because they're scissors and she likes to cut stuff, and she has a pair of scissors, but she always goes after mine. So like, I would like for her to not stab herself to death with my scissors. So I'm hoping that I can get a key fob made so that Maggie doesn't essentially like stab herself with my scissors. All right, so now we're gonna go for brown. Let's go with sienna, or what's coyote brown? I think we're gonna go with coyote brown. We're just gonna do her belt. It doesn't need to be like a fancy brown or anything, just something brown. The kind of match her little theme here. She's steampunk, so we got to keep the steampunk theme. I'm hoping that's a brown. It says coyote brown, so we're gonna hope and pray that this is okay. So yeah, so I have all my craft supplies now located in one spot, and I want the scissor fobs so that I can make sure that Maggie doesn't get a hold of them, because the best thing about it is, one, they're big and bulky, so you're not losing that. Two, they're loud, so if they're dropped or anything like that, you know, you're easily able to find them. And I don't know what her prices are, and I really don't care, to be honest. I just want one so that I have something on my scissors, because I've lost my scissors 3 times this weekend trying to work on that blanket. I did get another 20 rows out of the blanket since the last time you guys saw it. It's turning out so good. If I remember, I will try to put a picture at the end of the video. If not, I'll show it to you in the group, which my group on Facebook is Crafters Anonymous with Miss Crochet and Coffee and Rachel Ray. So feel free to join. Just make sure you answer the 2 questions and agree to the terms and conditions. Just to keep bots out, we have to put terms and conditions. Plus, you know, you get those people in your group that aren't exactly, you know, savory. So you got to keep out the riffraff. But, yeah, like, so yeah. So I'm getting all my crafty things off of the floor and the couch and the chair, and you know, there's literally stuff everywhere. Okay, it's just bad, and I really want it to be organized, but I live in an apartment, so I don't have a lot of space, so I have to, like I said, I have to play Tetris with all my stuff. This is pear green. So what is pear green? Before we go put stuff down, let's look at it here. Pear green. Pear green is going to be right here. Yeah, that'll work. What do you guys think? Pear green? We're going pear green. All right, sorry about that. Keep getting messages. So yeah, so we're gonna go with the pear green with her like shirt here. So yeah, so I got all my crafty things onto the floor and off of the, you know, couch and the desk in front of me. Like, I'm sitting here looking at this shelf and I'm like, oh my gosh, this isn't gonna be enough. Like, I'm gonna need more. And I already take up a linen closet, and God love my husband. He doesn't fuss or complain when I have all this stuff, and he knows, you know, it's for the channel. So it's not like I'm just buying all this stuff just to buy it. It's for my channel. And it's funny because I was listening to Patriotic Beauty this morning in her live, and she was saying about, you know, people want to see more than unboxings and stuff like that. And where I know I've been doing a lot of unboxings, I do want to get to actually working on them, because I don't buy the canvases just to buy them. I do buy them to work on them. So I do want to start working up some of these smaller canvases. So I might try to work on more than one canvas at once. I actually pulled out the Pikachu canvas that I got from Vanilla and Cinnamon, and I will be working on that one as well as Melinda and Moohoo. Melinda and Moohoo's almost halfway done anyways. I love that canvas, but her hair is confetti. But I would like to have a change of scenery with my diamond painting, so I might try to work on like a snack painting too. But I don't want to overload myself because I have to get that blanket finished. And even though I got an extension for 30 days because the guy ended up taking another hitch on, I still just want to get it done. And if I actually put my mind to it, I can have it done by the end of either this week or next week, depending on how the week goes. And so far, I think the week will be going okay, but it's only Monday, so like we'll see. We'll see. So I got the shelf. He put it together. It looks fabulous. I love it. All my stuff is in one spot. It's so much easier to manage. And I'm not sitting there going, you know, where's this book? Because I literally had coloring books all over the place. And I'm using wine red for her skirt here. I literally had stuff everywhere, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I could never find anything, and now everything's in a nice convenient spot. It looks neater. The couch is available for Killian, because Lord knows if he doesn't have his couch, he's a butt. But yeah, the weekend went great. Even with Mr. Coffee being gone for those few hours, it's nice that he actually, you know, is attempting to be social, because again, he's not a social creature. He's a hermit like me, but he has to go out to work, so he has to put on pants, and it doesn't bother him to put on those pants for a little while. But when he gets home, he is in full hermit mode. Like, he doesn't want to leave. He's in his sweatpants. Leave him alone. You know, I caught him in there earlier. And this is the part that makes me mad, okay? How come when Mr. Coffee plays Barbies... Now, just hear me out, because I know you're like, oh my God, she's still going on about these Barbies. Yes, I am, okay? Because this isn't fair. So, Mr. Coffee was playing Barbies with Maggie, and he's switching the outfits up on the Barbies, and she's like, oh, that's cute. I come into play, and she loses her mind. No, Mommy, you can't put that outfit on that one. This goes to this Barbie. Now, take it. She has like 8 Barbies, okay? How do you know? And they all look the same, except for the one that she got from Patriotic Beauty. They all look the same. Okay, the exact same. And she's like, no, this one goes on Sparkle, and they're all named Sparkle. And she's like, this one goes on Sparkle, and this one goes on this Sparkle, and I'm like, how do you know which Sparkle is which Sparkle, and is this Sparkle's name this Sparkle, or is you just saying this Sparkle in particular? And she gets frustrated with me, and she's like, Mommy, you can't play with me right now. So she stops playing, and then she goes and grabs a book, goes up underneath her bed, and she attempts to read like Orion does, except for Orion actually reads. She attempts to read, and then she'll get frustrated when she gets on a word she can't pronounce. And instead of asking for help, she just kind of like throws a fit and then goes on about her life. Like, she's just like, I hate this, and then she just moves on. One of the things I like about Maggie, she'll throw a fit for a few minutes, but she's moving on with her life. She got other things to do. So I'm doing circular motions here so that I don't get the streaking, since I'm kind of going a little fast, which don't go fast, folks. Slow down. So yeah, so Mr. Coffee came home and he played Barbies with Maggie while I, got all my stuff together to get it out of the way so he can put the shelf up. We finally get the shelf up. I clean, I vacuum. He goes to sit down on the floor to put the shelf together. He puts the shelf together, and this is how you know you need to vacuum. Now take it. This is how much the dog is shedding. Killian got brushed Saturday morning. I vacuumed when we got back from the dog park after I brushed him. By Saturday afternoon, a tiny Chewbacca was on my floor. Like, Mr. Coffee went to go stand up, and the whole entire back of his pants was covered in dog fur again. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? So again, I pull out the vacuum, and I vacuum all the spaces where my stuff is going to go. I vacuum where I vacuum the living room. I vacuum the living room, the kids' rooms, and my room. Because if I'm going to pull out the vacuum, I'm not pulling it out for one room. I'm vacuuming all the rooms. And then that sparked me to go, hey, this bathroom needs cleaned. So I started cleaning the bathroom. And I hear Maggie out here talking to Mr. Coffee, and she's like, Mommy's at it again, Daddy. He's like, I know, honey, just stay out of her way. And I just kind of peeked my head out of the bathroom. I'm like, what's that supposed to mean? And he's like, nothing, hon, just, do what you're doing. I'm like, okay. So I go back to cleaning because, that's what I do. And I just don't like having a dirty house. And I am supposed to, at some point, Wolfpack Diamond Painting would like to come up and meet me. I love Wolfpack. If you didn't know, I love Wolfpack. And I would love to meet her. But not with the way my house was looking. No. Who wants somebody to come in their house when their house is dirty? Now, I know you're probably going, Miss Coffee, your house is probably never dirty. Well, it's usually not. But on that off chance, like, I didn't have, like, the couch set up the way I wanted, and I didn't have, like, I don't need everything to be perfect, but, like, having all my craft supplies in the chair and not being able to, like, have enough seating for everyone, because, of course, if she would have met me, she would have had to, like, come sit in the house and everything else, and I trust her to come to the house, because I don't think, someone like Wolfpack is going to come and murder me in my sleep or something. I mean, she could, but she's just so nice. Like, she'd probably do it in, like, the most pleasant of ways. And it's funny, because we were talking about Ghost. I want to say it was in Becky Madness of Crafting's channel, when she was doing her part in the DP-a-thon. They were talking about Ghost, and she said about 2 little kids dancing on, they have video footage of 2 little ghost kids dancing at her house. And I was just like, yeah, no, I would move that moment, that day. Like, there's no staying in that house. But I'm one of those people. But I'm just putting some shading underneath her dress here. But I was like, could you imagine ghosts from nowadays? Like, you get video footage of ghosts from like our generation. They're like twerking. They wouldn't be like innocent dancing like, you know, you see ghosts now. They do like the innocent dancing and the old tattered clothing and stuff like that. No, they'd have on like their ripped jeans and tank tops, and they'd be like, you catch a ghost vaping or twerking, and I'm like, I want to be the person to catch the first twerking ghost. Like, you just you just happen to be video, you're recording something and you happen to catch a ghost in your camera, and the ghost is like twerking, it's vaping and taking selfies. Like, that's the generation we live in, not the kind that you see, people talk about when they talk about ghosts. So I was like, I'm gonna find that first ghost. Either way, that was way off the subject, but we're not gonna talk about that. But yes, but I would like for my house to be like set up in a way where it's warm and welcoming, and it's not like, hey, look, I do crafting. So like, I had to clean up. So I'm hoping now that the house is cleaned up that I can get her to come visit. And that should be fun. I'm gonna interview her. Like, hey, so you're famous on YouTube. How do we be cool like you? So yeah, so I at least got the house clean. I got the house cleaned Saturday and then re-cleaned the house on Sunday because it got dirty. It didn't get that dirty, but it got dirty enough that I needed to re-clean it. So I, vacuum, because I try to vacuum every day. Keyword try. Some days I just don't feel like it. Some days I'm like, I don't care if there's dog fur on the floor. Let it be there. Nobody sits on the floor anyways. We have all this couch space now. Nobody should be sitting on the floor. So, Saturday I vacuumed twice, and then I vacuumed again. And then Mr. Coffee and I start fussing because he's like, this is why the carpet is coming up off the floor. Have you ever vacuumed and then look at your floor and notice that your carpet was coming up? That's what's happening, is the carpet is bowing in certain spots because I vacuum it so much. And I was just talking to Patriotic Beauty about this in her live. And I was like, yeah, I should start a video on, like, I can call it Mrs. Clean. And I show you like cool tips and tricks on how to clean like different stains and stuff in your house. And I'm like, if you're looking for a video on how to clean the wall without rubbing the paint off, you don't want to come to my channel. But anything else, yeah, you want to know how to take an oil slick off the floor, I got you. But when it comes to like, how do you not rip this paint off the wall and get a stain off, I have no clue. When you find that out, you let me know, because I still have no clue. I am over here, like, I'm surprised that those people come in here and they're just like, you just need to move now, because there is so many spots on the wall in this house that the paint has been removed from me cleaning. And I'm just like, well, maybe you should use better paint. I'm just saying, it shouldn't come off that easily. I'm only using bleach and water, and I have to, because Mr. Coffee, his hands are stained with oil, and then he touches, I told you guys, he touches every wall in the house. So there's like handprints, so you can map out. If someone was out to get Mr. Coffee, they could just map out where he goes, because he has to touch the wall everywhere he goes. He reminds me of a cop. Like, have you ever noticed when a cop pulls a car over, they will touch the back light of the car just to let other people know that if they fingerprint that car or something happens to that cop, the cop had been in contact with that car, because nobody's going to get out and like rub the fingerprints off. Nobody even really notices that cops do that. You probably didn't even notice it, but they do. So, sorry, I have a doggy that keeps trying to lick my hand as I'm like doing this. What color should we make her sleeves? I kind of want to stay within the theme. So we're going to go, was it earth red? I think it's earth red. No, because that's that brownish color. Those are going to be for her boots. We're going to make her boots earth red, because we made her tights like burgundy and yellow, or a pear green. So we're going to make her boots earth red. And then we'll make the buckles on them the pear green. But yeah, so I get all my stuff, cleaned up, and we got the house cleaned up and everything. And, You know, Maggie and I are going back and forth, and then she decides she wants to diamond paint with mommy. And so we diamond paint, and she decides, you know, mommy, can we call Minna? And I'm like, yeah, we can call Minna. We FaceTime Minna, and Minna's like in her room like she normally is, because I think that's a teenager thing. Do they just hang out in their rooms all day? Because every time I video chat her, she's in her room. And I'm like, oh, did you go run up to your room? Because I figure she just wants privacy. And she's like, no, I was laying down. She's always laying down. She's always tired. She never says she's bored, though. So I'm just like, well, that's a plus. You know, her dad doesn't have to deal with the fact that she's bored. And I'm trying to figure out if there's going to be a way I can surprise her for Christmas. I've been saving my pennies so I can buy plane tickets again to go see her. I miss my daughter. So I want to go buy a plane ticket to go see her and my parents for the holidays. So if I don't have as many unboxings, you guys, that's why. And don't tell her, because it's a surprise. So yeah, so we got the diamond paint on Maggie's little pink owl from Mystical Diamond Art. I got a good section of it done. And Orion came out to help us, and he mixed up his first set of drills. I don't know how he mixed them up, though, because it was like a light gray with 310. So he goes to put them in the baggie, and I went to go fold laundry. And I come back, and he's like, I think I might have mixed up colors. And I'm like, are you serious right now? And I'm thinking, okay, there is like 4 shades of pink and 2 shades of gray. And I'm like, he's mixed those up, and I'm going to be sitting there, like, struggling to put them back together. Luckily, Mr. Coffee was home at that point. So I was like, what colors did you mix up? And he shows me the bag, and it's like 413 and 310. And I'm like, are you serious? How did you miss that? Like, I don't understand how you missed that. And he thought he was going to get in trouble. I was like, dude, no. You know how many times mommy does this on her canvases? I'm like, go look over at my canvas now. I have mixed up 2 colors. I had to go back and redo it. He just starts laughing at me. Also, can anybody tell me why no matter what I do with my kids, my son thinks it's weird? Like, I wasn't dancing. I was rocking back and forth to something on TV. And I was just like over there humming to myself. And he's like, Mom, you're so weird. And then later that night, I went to go tuck him in. And I was like playing with him and tickling him and stuff. And he was just like, Mom, why do you have to be so weird? I'm like, why is everything I do weird? Why can't I just be normal? Why does everything have to be weird? I just don't get it. Like, my kids are growing and I'm trying to stay hip. And he's like, Mommy, don't say that word. Oh, okay. So apparently I can't say hip around my kids because that's weird. And then, like, I got the drills from being mixed up, and we put the diamond painting away because Maggie had just had enough. She was upset because Minna had to go. And I told her, you know, Minna's got stuff to do. Minna's really busy all the time. So we don't get to talk to her for long periods of time. We can talk to her often, just for not long periods of time, because between choir practice, band practice, cheer tryouts, she's just really busy. But we will call and check up on her every couple of days and make sure she's doing okay. I don't want to be that mom that calls her every day, because that will get annoying. So I'll call her every couple of days and ask how she's doing. I'll message her throughout the week if I see something or think of something that I think she might think is funny. She's still collecting, or she still wants to collect all her Starbucks mugs. But I think for Christmas, I'm going to get her a tumbler from Extreme Designs. And that's the place that Rachel Ray and Sherry from Diamond Art Addiction got their tumblers. I have one coming. She showed it to me, you guys. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. It has my little emoji on it. I love it. Also, I guess I didn't say this. Good gosh. I hit 5,000 subscribers. I sure did. I'm very proud of myself. A little bit of bragging here. I did good. I did good. Pat myself on the back. All right. So there will be a giveaway. And the giveaway is just to comment on the videos and answer the questions if the video asks a question. I've asked quite a few questions in this video. You can answer all of them. You can answer one of them. That will be your entry. I will have a video going up later in the day on Tuesday, which is the day you'll see this, of what one of the prizes are, because I don't think the other prizes are going to get here in time, but y'all know about the coffee mugs. But I have another little surprise for you guys. I hope you guys like it. Hold on a second. Speaking of the giveaway prize, it literally just got delivered. So again, later on today, you guys will see that. Guys, I really hope you guys like this. I'm nervous about it, but I know you guys, I just really hope you guys like it. Either way. But yes, to be entered into the giveaway, all you have to do is answer the questions over the next week or so. I will let you know when the contest is over. Putting a comment on the videos will essentially get you entered in to win. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a random video from this week starting Sunday until the day that I close the giveaway. I'm going to choose a random video and I'm going to use a random comment picker, and then a random comment will be picked from a random video, and then the winner will win the prize that I have. So if you would like to be entered, all you have to do is comment on the videos, and I will randomly pick a video out of the ones from now until whenever the contest ends. I'll pick one, and then we'll see who the winner is. So good luck to everyone. And I will hold it open for about a week or so that everybody has a chance to enter in. I'm trying to figure out what color to make her sleeves, because I'm trying to stick with just these 3 or 4 colors. And I don't want to do pear green because that's on there and on her sleeves. I think I might do the wine red. What do you guys think? I think that's a good choice. Or should I do the burgundy? No, burgundy is going to be the highlight. So underneath here, well, not highlight, the shadowing. Because you got a shadow under her arm. And then we'll take the wine red and go over top of that. So yeah, so I'm pretty excited. I'm still in shock that I hit 5,000 subscribers, because that's just amazing. I mean, all I do is craft and talk about the family, and you guys seem to love it. So thank you guys all so much for your support in any way, shape, or form. Thank you. I can't tell you guys thank you enough, and I really hope you like the giveaway. I know you guys are already excited about the mugs. I've gotten so many questions about the mugs, and I'm like, I just thought it was a stupid little idea, and everybody's like, oh no, I would love a mug with "do you boo boo" on it, and I'm like, okay. So the mugs essentially will have my catchphrases on them, and it'll say, like, depending on if it's a double catchphrase or not, it'll say crafting with Miss Crochet and coffee on it. They're supposed to be dishwasher safe, so hopefully, you won't ruin your mug. If so, I'll just, get you another one. But I'm excited for it, you guys. Are you excited? I'm so excited. All right, so I have Fossil Gray. So Fossil Gray is that a lighter or a dark? It's a lighter gray. So we're going to use the Fossil Gray for her innards. Do you see her innards down there? There you go. So her innards right here. She has some gears. And I'm just dotting them. Like, I'm not even like coloring. I'm dotting them so that I don't go outside the lines too bad, because these are little lines. All right. So I went with the gold and gray tights. Oh, nope, that's a blender. I want to do a really light gray. Let's do white diamond, because apparently that's a color. So we're going to do white diamond behind the gears here. For her innards here. So, okay, here's a question for you guys, because I always struggle with this when I'm ordering a diamond painting or a coloring book. What is your favorite thing to color, diamond paint, cross stitch, craft? What is your favorite thing to craft? Question of the video. Because I always struggle with it because it changes. Like, does it change for anybody else? Like, I love steampunk everything. I do. But when it comes to diamond paintings, I don't want to diamond paint steampunk. I would rather color it myself or something like that. Like, I don't want to. I don't know why I'm like that though. Like, even with the Diamond Art Club Trixie, I am excited for it, but I'm like, I can go without that one. Like, I would rather color it than to actually diamond paint it. Like, does anybody else's taste change like that, where you're just like, no, I don't like, you know, landscapes. I love landscapes. Don't want to color them. I will diamond paint them. Now, I know to diamond paint a landscape is going to be hella confetti, but I love landscapes. But I just don't want to, I don't want to color landscapes. There's just so much going on. And I freak out because, like, I'm sitting there trying to figure out how to color a leaf with blending, and then the leaf turns out to be, like, lime green. And I'm like, why is it lime green? So then I'm trying to darken it, and it's just not working out. Perfect examples, I've been practicing skin tones because I've had a lot of people requesting, can you do darker skin tones? And I'm like, can I learn regular skin tones first? Like, can I get the lighter skin tones down first before I go darker? Because I don't know if you know this, but it's hard, okay? I am, like, trying to figure out all the things, and I'm struggling, okay? I'm struggling trying to figure out how to do, I'm struggling trying to figure out how to do the darker skin tones. I'm struggling trying to figure out how to do the lighter skin tone, shoot. So, like, this is probably, like, the best skin tone I have done so far. Like, it actually looks like shading. Like, it looks like her hair is, like, 3D over her face right now. Like, this looks good. Like, I'm happy with this. Except for the gear in the back, because I don't want it to be super dark. I want it to be like a stone gray. Do I have stone gray? What about dolphin gray? That's like a blue gray, though, isn't it? You would think that's a blue gray. Charcoal gray, stone blue, ocean blue. No, I don't need blue or green. Koala gray. How about koala gray? We're going to go koala gray for the big gear behind her. We should probably color her hat. My brain is all over the place if you couldn't tell. I'm excited. So yeah, so my tastes change depending on what I'm doing. Like with crocheting, I like cutesy little things. Like, I can crochet just about anything, like little mermaids and stuff like that. I can do that with crochet. But I don't want to diamond paint a mermaid. Like, I'm not a big mermaid person when it comes to diamond painting. I'll do it, but it's not like my favorite thing in the world to diamond paint. It's just weird. I don't know. I feel weird because my taste changes depending on the craft. And I seen that Rachel Ray was cross stitch. She's like all about her cross stitch right now, and she's doing really good actually. I saw her little glass of what was that? It had I want to say it had a lime in it. She cross stitched a little cup of something. It's like an alcoholic beverage, I want to say, and it was so cute. And then she got the little Keroppi, or however you say little character's name, from Hello Kitty. Oh my gosh, it was a beaded cross stitch. It was so cute. She almost got me, you guys. She almost got me with that Keroppi, because I was just like, dude, is that a Hello Kitty one? Like, and I seen Crafting with Christy had the Hello Kitty one, and I was like, no, stop. No. You just hurry up and finish with that, because I don't need the temptation right now. I don't need it. But I think hers was like a double-sided one where she did two of them, and I'm just like, no, because I'm pretty sure if, I don't want to be tempted into another craft. I have enough craft, you guys. I found all my cross-stitching stuff when I was clearing out all my stuff to put it on that shelf. So, like, I don't want to add another craft. I already have enough crafts. Said no crafter ever. I just don't want to add another craft. I have so much going on. I barely have time to do anything else. Like, I shouldn't be coloring right now. I should be working on that blanket. And I feel like that all day. Like, I'm like, I should not be, you know, doing this. I should be working on the blanket. I should be working on the blanket. And then I never work on the blanket. And then I'm like, why am I not getting anywhere? Because you're not working on it. That's why. Like, settle down to work on the freaking blanket. But I will work on, I like to work on it when I'm not going to be disturbed. So like when the kids are in bed, because it takes a lot of concentration, because you're changing colors and you're doing all this, you know, reading the chart and everything. And I have to have silence. I can't have, like, I can have a video going on in the background for background noise, but I can't have to, like, you know, interact. Like if I was in a live, I won't be crocheting in a live because I wouldn't be able to talk, because I have to concentrate on the blanket. It's just a lot of work. So yeah, so it was a great weekend. I hit 5K, I want to say, on Friday. And so, actually, you know what? Yeah, since I hit 5K Friday, starting from Friday until I say stop, I will go ahead and open up the contest now. So the contest for the 5K giveaway is officially open. All you have to do is comment on videos by answering. And when I say comment, I don't mean the generic comments. Like if it's a generic comment, you know what? If that's what you want to do, then fine. The reason why I've been asking questions in the videos is because whoever answers a question, and I write down all the questions I ask. So it's not like I'm asking questions and I don't know, you know, if I asked that question or not. So if you answer a question, you know, that will be an entry into the 5K giveaway. Now, you don't know what video I'm going to choose. I'm just going to choose a video at random, and then I don't even know what video I'm going to choose. So I'm going to choose a video at random, and then when it comes time to pick the video, I'm just going to pick one, and then I'll do a random comment picker to let me know which one, who's the winner. And there will be 5 winners, because there's supposed to be 5 prizes. So there will be 5 winners. So good luck to you all. Thank you guys so much for all your support and love and generosity. And I love the fact that I can come on here and tell you guys my problems, share with you guys, you know, my life. And you guys just seem to really enjoy it. I enjoy bringing content to you guys. Thank you to all my creator friends that help me with my channel and help keep my mind sane, because we all know Miss Coffee ain't all there. We all know this. And we're okay with this. But yeah, so I think that's it for me today. Thank you guys again so much. I greatly appreciate it. I will try to finish this and put a picture of it up at the end. I will also put up a picture of the Redskins blanket, because I know a lot of you have been asking what does it look like at this point. I got to, like, I'm on top of his nose now, so that should tell you how far I got. I have 80 rows left. That's 8 days of doing 10 rows a day. The problem is there's 200 stitches per row, so that's a lot of stitches. I'm struggling with the stitches, y'all. The good thing is it's going back into a bunch of color blocking, which goes by super quick. But he has a feather on the back of his head that's slowing me down, because that's a lot of changing black and white, black and white, black and white. But it's getting there, y'all. So I hope to have that done soon. Well, that is it for me, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I will finish Stella here. I will finish her and post a picture up at the end of this video. So thank you guys so very much for watching. If you're new to the channel and would like to see more randomness just like this, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and the bell to be notified anytime I randomly decide to put up a video. And believe me, it's random. With that said, I'm going to bid you adieu, but not for reminding you, like I always try to. Be kind, be courteous, be cool. Bye, guys.